Our daily Bible reading today comes from Ezekiel chapter 10 through chapter 13. And our daily devotional today here at Carrollton Christian Fellowship comes from Ezekiel chapter 10. With Ezekiel chapter 10, this continues a further in-depth look at Ezekiel's previous vision that he had in Ezekiel chapter 1 through chapter 3. And so this piece here, this further look, this further going deeper into that vision, covers Ezekiel chapter 8, so our part of our reading yesterday, through Ezekiel chapter 11. This is a vision of God's glory at the temple. And this is that extended description of that again from Ezekiel chapter 1 through chapter 3. But in Ezekiel chapter 10, here these creatures are named. So in Ezekiel 1 through 3, it talked about these creatures, but here in this text, here in chapter 10, it names them and it says that they are the cherubim. And what the cherubim were doing is they escorted the physical presence of the Lord. So the smoke which filled the temple, which represented God's glory in the midst of the people, they would escort this glory of the Lord. And we also see someone who has said the man clothed in white. And this individual is one who had previously had marked the faithful in Jerusalem. So had gone throughout Jerusalem and had marked those individuals who were faithful to the Lord. This individual was an angel. And here in chapter 10, the Lord tells this individual who had previously gone throughout the city to now scatter burning coals over the city, over Jerusalem. And what this is saying those who were faithful, they will not be consumed by the coal. They will be affected by the coal, but they will not be consumed by it. The Lord will keep them safe, and the Lord will see them safely into Babylon, and that they will go forward and they will be a witness of true faithfulness to the Lord in captivity there in Babylon, but also they will be an encouragement to those who were carried away, who were not faithful to the Lord, and they will point people back to the Lord while they are in captivity. In Isaiah chapter 6, these exact same coals from the cherubim were used to purify the prophet's lips and his tongues and his speech. These exact same coals on the faithful are a blessing and are purification, but on the wicked, they mean destruction. Then verses 9 through 22, we see the appearance of the cherubim, and so we see it described, explained, and their connection with Ezekiel chapter 1. So I hope that today's devotional can be a great encouragement to us. I hope it can encourage us as we go through and as we go forward, that the Lord always knows and sees those who are faithful to Him. And even though we may go through trials and difficulties, the Lord does not mean for those trials and difficulties to destroy us or to be the end of us. But the Lord has placed us and has taken us through and will take us through difficult times so that our faith may be tried, so that we will understand our hearts, but also so that we can encourage those who are also going through the difficult times who do not know the Lord, or who know the Lord but have been going after, in Jerusalem's case, have been going after idolatry. And so they can show and they can share of what faithfulness to the Lord looks like and encourage them to walk faithfully with the Lord so that these consequences will not befall them again. So that, as Paul would write later on in the New Testament, so that we do not have to go through this same exact correction again later on, so that we will learn our lesson in this correction and not go down the same path again. So again, I hope this will be a great encouragement to us, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So take care. Have a blessed one.